Is Anime Vanguard's cooked? If you don't know already, they were just sued for $8 million. However, the first round Anime Vanguards won, which means they did not have to pay the $8 million yet. However, if they keep going and end up losing, I don't know if they can come back. So here's what they sent in Discord. If you want to take a moment, read all this, I'll just summarize it. Basically, Boss Studio and Kazi sued them, and it was up to $8 million. However, it was denied for the first round. Moving on to where we're actually trying to go. As you can see, it is 46 pages long, which is insane. It's just a huge document filled with what happened. And if we go here and have it summarize it for us, because, don't really want to do it myself. It's a lot of reading. Take a look here. Here's the background info. Basically, Boss Studio claimed that they co-owned and developed Anime Vanguards, and they previously received 20% revenue, which means, from what I understand, that 20% of all the game makes goes to them, if I understand that right, and then that was later reduced to 10%, and then eventually 0%. So that's basically the whole reason why they're suing them, is because they aren't getting their 20% or their 10%. And if we scroll down here, you could read this if you want, but to right here, it says the game made $12 million in 2025, which means that about 8 million would go to them, but apparently it didn't. So this is the whole reason why they're going through all this. So I don't really understand what all this means. However, if you want to go ahead, read most of this, you can go ahead. But right here it says, which is very important, when he stopped contributing, they stopped paying him, which is the whole reason, from what I understand, is why it went from 20% to 10% to 0, because slowly he stopped doing his work, which obviously means you're not going to get paid. So here is what the judge's concerns are, if you want to take a moment and read this. And then here are the core takeaways. So the plaintiffs sought an emergency freeze of defendants' Roblox payouts, which I'm pretty sure that was when they stopped doing their work. If I'm wrong, my bad, but I'm pretty sure that's when they stopped doing their work, which means they stopped getting paid. Defendants argued that the relationship was contractual, not a partnership. So that basically means that even if they weren't doing their work, they should still be getting paid. Here it talks about the judge found the stories just not very, accurate, or how would you put it? There just wasn't enough proof to, pinpoint it and say that it really was, a contract. So because of all these, that Bossman Studio and Kazi will keep on trying to push it and try to get their money, which means if they do end up getting their money, this will probably be it for Anime Vanguards. That's a whole lot of money. I heavily doubt they can come back from that, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted, so until the next one, see ya.